Investigators ruled the death of this beloved priest a suicide, but Father Moreno's family has always had their doubts. Good evening once again. 5 years later, Moreno's family is now coming forward with new eye-opening evidence.
They believe these key pieces of evidence will turn this case around. Now, the family says that Father Moreno was murdered. We have learned tonight that someone was forging checks with Father Joe's name. And all new at 6 tonight, the family tells 7 Eyewitness News that Father Moreno may have been silenced for what he knew about some other priests. The story tonight only here on 7 from our reporter Ed Riley.
His desk drawer was broken into. His file cabinet is missing. His current files are missing. His fax machine is missing.
The family of Father Joe Moreno believes the popular priest was murdered, and over the past 5.5 years, his sister Sue, with the encouragement of many others, has worked hard to get crime and autopsy reports.
Joey was going to expose something. What it was, I'm not quite sure.
But in the process, she discovered her brother had in his briefcase 2 documents written just months before his death. They came from other parishes calling on Bishop Malone and an archbishop to take action to deal with 2 suspected pedophile priests.
He was going to spill the beans on something, and someone wanted him to be shut up, and they did.
The Moreno family now wants an outside law enforcement agency to review Father Joe's death, which was officially ruled a suicide.
The first step that needs to be done is to have the death certificate amended. That needs to be changed to homicide.
We met with Sue Moreno, who showed us why she believes it was a case of foul play. The first is a report by private pathologist Dr. Cyril Weck, who found it was highly unlikely that Father Joe could fire the revolver because he had a disabled left hand.
No ballistics was done because I was told by Janine Blank that it was too expensive to do. We don't know if the gun at the scene actually put the gun bullet hole in my brother's head.
The next is this autopsy x-ray showing Father Joe's skull had 2 injuries.
How can there be 2 head wounds if you are going to shoot yourself in the head once?
The way the body was found in a recliner also raised suspicions.
There's no picture of the gun in relationship to the victim. That's protocol. Why wasn't it done?
A handwriting expert is also telling the family that someone was forging Father Joe's name on checks from his account, including one written on the day of his death.
I was told by the store that he did not write that check. That put someone in the rectory.
Erie County District Attorney John Flynn said he feels for the family, but the case has been reviewed several times by 3 different district attorneys.
If someone else wants to look at it, that's fine. But again, this thing has been thoroughly reviewed over and over again, and there's just nothing there that would lead to anything else but a suicide.
District Attorney John Flynn said he stands by the finding that Father Joe was killed by a single gunshot. As to the second wound on his head, D.A. Flynn said it's possible the skull fractured or it was a bullet fragment injury.
Oh, there's so much going on here. Ed, what's next now?
Well, the family is asking anyone in the community who knows anything related to this death to please come forward.
It's hard to believe you can have 2 opposing sides that are so different in what they believe happened here.
Absolutely, but it's very intriguing.
All right, thanks, Ed, for the update on the story.